Greetings, denizens of the internet. This is another game development video, but for a change this time I'm filming this at home because I've got a prototype and I'm going to have a look at it on my computer. So this is pretty much my first look at the base that I'm going to build my game on. So let's see what we've got. Right, so here I am ready to try out the first prototype of my game Bad Sector. I do have a game controller here, which I've not used in quite some time, but if I turn it on now, my computer immediately crashes. It looks like, okay, the taskbar panels have all gone away and restarted. I assume that means it's having trouble connecting to this thing. This is not the difficulty I expected to be having right now. Okay. I don't think I've actually used the gamepad on this laptop before, so it shouldn't crash immediately on powering it on. I'm not actually sure what's going on there. Okay, this is searching for devices. Hello again. It's now about 10 minutes after the last video, and I've realised that this thing has a hidden button which is on the back here, and that puts it in pairing mode. I'd looked at all the buttons on the face of the controller. I'd completely forgotten that there was one on the back. So that is now paired to my laptop. I don't know if I'll be able to use it, but it does look like I will be able to both. I have a game controller, so if I can connect it to the computer, it'll work. And I should be able to record what's on my screen. So here is my attempt at recording what's on the screen. I see there is a thing called project.godot or Godot, or however you're supposed to pronounce that language. I assume that's what I need to open in order to look at the project. So, and yes, my screen is recording, so I should be able to show it to you. Let's see what this looks like. Of course, it's open in the background, because that's something my laptop's been doing since a recent update, is when you click an icon, it opens a new window behind the current one. I have no idea why it's been doing that. So, you'll get to see my first game at the same time I do. Now, this is kind of what I expected, maybe. This set of nodes, I expect to have more stuff in it, like a tile map and stuff. Apparently this is a scene manager. I'm not quite sure what that is. There's a 2D world, which apparently is a menu screen. Don't know if I can do anything with that, but before I judge it too harshly, let's see what it actually does. Doesn't look like any of my buttons are doing anything. Okay, the keyboard scrolls the menu around. I guess that's not intentional. The gamepad doesn't seem to do anything, so I'll turn it off. I do hope I've got more than a menu here. I have hired somebody on Fiverr to create a prototype game with the basic idea that I can look at that, look at the code to see how it's doing stuff, and that'll be the fastest way for me to learn the language, because that's how I learn best. Okay, the button highlights when the mouse goes over it, so I assume that's how it works. It's mouse buttons to control. And there's a game. Now, as far as I'm aware, these are going to be free assets. So I'll just move my phone aside a bit so I can actually see the whole game. Yes, I got my phone propped up against the computer screen. Right, so this works. I'm assuming that the assets are just free, like clip art stuff, just so that I've got some code to play with. I do actually like the look of the player character, because I have been thinking a lot about what they should look like and didn't have any good ideas. The cloak thing kind of works. What was that? Okay, space just jumps. And I assume that's an enemy. The first prototype was supposed to include player movement and an enemy, so I guess this is the enemy. It's printing to the log that I took damage, but it doesn't seem to be doing anything else. None of the other keys that I would expect to be an attack button seem to be doing anything. There is supposed to be an attack in this. I think it was a short-range attack for the first prototype, 2 different attacks for the second, so that I can basically learn how to handle a character that can do multiple things. I'm not sure where to go from here, because obviously it's just a level to show off the systems so that I can learn how the system works. And this bulldozer is going to keep on hitting me and edging slightly closer. I do think that being a bulldozer, it should probably push me back a bit, but you know, it's just a sample enemy, so it doesn't need to do anything special. I can run through it, I can jump through it, I can point my head on the platform above. I doubt there's a level transition because the prototype was only supposed to be a single level. Oh, it doesn't say I've died, so yeah, I can run around underneath the level if I walk off the edge. That's an interesting way to do it. But I don't think there's that much I can do there. So let's have a look at the game in the editor. Where would controls be likely to be? Assets is likely to be just graphics, scripts, player. Let's see what that does then. that looks like pretty simple geometry for gravity. I don't know where movement is though. And here's the message I saw when it was attacking me before. That was kind of annoying me. Right. Where do I go from here? Is there anything in the project settings that tells me which scripts are loaded on startup? Ah, project settings, that's probably... Oh, and input map is right here, right. Okay, so presumably Godot maps individual keys onto what they do. Ah, mouse buttons for the attacks, right. That seems a bit weird, but I can try it. I wonder. Oh, there we go, D-pad left. Okay. D-pad right. No doubt this makes me no, I'm not going to use up for jump, that's just a bit silly. I'm going to use, I don't know what that was the notification on the screen. Okay, I'll put button 0 to jump, button 1 to melee attack, and button 2 to ranged attack. Okay, then let's see if this actually does anything. Maybe I can use the joypad, maybe I'll have to use the mouse. In any case. Lights flashing. Oh, I need to pressing the mouse button seems to do something, but now my D-pad. Oh no. Okay, so the D-pad buttons aren't registering, but the A is button 0, jump, B is the attack, and ranged attack doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. Right, keyboard then. Hold on. Keyboard and mouse. Yeah, right mouse button doesn't do anything, so the ranged attack doesn't do anything yet, okay. Player took damage, enemy took damage. Is that all it does? Enemy died. Well, that's alright for a first prototype. It should give me enough code to look at so I can work out how this thing works. I don't know how long it's going to take me to learn, but this is the start of my game. You might have noticed on the screen the title is Bad Sector, and well, I'm not sure what else I need to say, but if you enjoyed seeing me poke around and want to see where my understanding of the engine is in a week, then I'll be back and show you my attempt to make something, because that is the idea. The idea is that I'm going to look at the code behind this, work out how it works, and work out how to build something of my own. I'm not getting somebody to build the game for me. This is me getting back into a hobby that I haven't looked at for a very long time. Tell me what you think of my game so far. The prototype that I've kind of hired somebody on Fiverr to do for me, and which bits you think I should focus on developing it next, and if there's anything you'd like me to talk about in future videos, then please let me know, because I don't really know what I need to say. And I'll see you next time. Have fun.